We now return to our youth forum, the new Bandidos on DZRJ 810 AM.
Okay, so we're back here. New Bandidos show. Here with Pia Marato, Javi Padilla, Tenny Mardo, my friend Missy Castro, and of course, we have Senator Bam Aquino. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
We have Mona Brea. And there's no death in taxes because of him, hopefully. And of course, our students from the Polytechnic. So, Missy, you were asking a really good question over the break. Why don't you share it with us?
Well, I just wanted to share that as the youth representative from Barangay Dasmariñas Village, I'm glad to hear that the age of the SK was raised to 18 to 24 because in my experience, below 18 was a bit too young and maybe inexperienced and too busy with their schoolwork to be able to really do the job. So I'm really glad that that was raised because it still maintains the element of youth but with a little more maturity and experience.
Thank you. Actually, yung naging experience nung ginawang 15 to 17, because you're below the age of majority, even signing contracts, signing papers, nahirapan yung mga SK. They couldn't do it, no, because they're below 18. So it created a lot of complications and yun pa lang ang rami ng mga programang hindi matuloy-tuloy. Because of that, because they couldn't sign anything, no? So moving it to 18 to 24, originally kasi ang SK 15 to 21. And what we experienced before was that yung 18 to 21 were really the more active ones. So nung binabato to 15 to 17, back in early 2000, and tinutulan namin yun, we were against it, but there were some senators and congressmen who wanted to decrease it to 15 to 17. We felt na that was like kumbaga parang nag-downturn tayo sa SK, and that started a lot of issues for like the past 10 or 12 years, no? Now that we're bringing it back to 18 to 24, may opportunity yung mga student council leaders, yung mga heads ng mga youth organizations who are usually around that age, di ba? Excuse me, and of course mga college kids rin. Kasi at 15 to 17, you're probably in high school entering college, no? Ito talaga yung mga gagraduate na, even young professionals can be SK. So, malaking bagay talaga yung edad, and thank you for supporting that because on the ground, yun lang yung sinasabi ng mga tao na okay itong pag-akyat. Even just that nga is already a big reform na binlik mo yung edad to 18 and above, no? But just to clarify, yung katipunan ng kabataan is still 15 to 30. So, your KK, di ba, your assembly is still 15 years old to 30 years old. It's just that your officials are 18 to 24. So, naka-carve out yung age to mga officials. We took out yung sobrang, children pa technically kasi 15 to 17, so below 18. And then yung tinatawag na, it's funny nga, tawag pala elderly youth or elder youth, no? Really? Which is 25 to 30. Parang I guess may mga pamilya ka na siguro. Tinanggal na rin.
Senior youth.
Yeah. So, tinanggal na dun sa age ng officials, no? But technically, 15 to 30 pa rin yung bumuboto sa'yo, no? In the barangay. It's just that 18 to 24 yung edad ng officials.
So we have a couple of tweets, Pia. One
ahead.
from Marshall Bonifacio. Please require TIN numbers for all candidates. That's interesting.
Pati numbers ng mga kandidato. Siguro naman, they probably,
It's a
I don't
tin.
think it's a
Yeah.
requisite.
In filing of candidacy, baka wala.
Really? Well, sabagay, if you are already a current official, nagbabayad ka ng tax. So siguro naman may tin ka, di ba? Okay, maybe we can, pwede imungkahi kay
And
Omelec na
another tweet
chairman.
from Wannabe Wonder Mom. I am learning a lot today thanks to your amazing guests, Ask the Tax Whiz and Senator Bam Aquino.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Wow. Okay. And any more questions from the students? Go ahead. Albert, nako ito, pang SK to Sumasabit-sabit pa yan sa jeep.
Ito mga pang SK material to.
SK
Laban-laban ko yan.
Oo.
Hello, good morning po, Senator. I'm Albert Rosales from PUP din po. Gusto ko lang pong malaman, since natinaas niyo po yung age ng mga tatakbo or qualified as a SK officials, gusto ko pong malaman, may guidance pa din po ba sila kahit na 18 to 24? Kasi sinasabi po nung iba na training ground nga po yung SK for corruption. So bukod sa mga ganung sa mga innovations na yon, ano pa po yung parang pinaka-guidance ng mga SK? Yeah.
Well, yung isang major reform dyan, yung mandatory training from the National Youth Commission. So, the NYC, mandate talaga nila na i-train yung mga SK. But because kulang yung budget nila, hindi nila naaabot yung 44,000 na barangays, no? Usually hanggang municipal level lang. So, one of the commitments of the bill is to support the training of the SK and to have that as a continuing program, no? Pero more than anything, more than that training, ang mahalaga kasi yung participation ng mga kabataan. Kapag hindi na involved yung mga youth, dun usually nagkakaproblema yung mga SK, at least in the past, no? Pag wala na tayong pakialam sa kanila, we would prefer na dito lang tayo sa school natin mag-participate, di ba? I mean, kahit ako, hindi rin ako nag-SK but I was active sa student politics. So may mga ganyan na you prefer to work na lang sa student movement, or kunyari, you join a political youth organization, dun ka na lang, ayaw mo nang makilahok sa SK. Every time na binubukod natin sila, kasi training breeding ground yan, o madumi yan, ganyan. Usually, dun mo mapapansin na lumalala yung sitwasyon. One of the other reforms we have is the Local Youth Development Council, composed of youth leaders in the area na hindi SK, to work side by side with the SK at the municipal, city, and provincial level. So feeling ko, kung buhay na buhay yung student or the youth organizations in an area, they work hand in hand with the SK, yung mga youth mismo yung gagabay sa isa't isa. Di ba? Kasi, kumbaga, we don't necessarily need an older body to guide us yung tulungan at samahan ng mga youth leaders in the area with the SK. That's why we always contextualize yung SK, isa yung grupo within the larger youth movement in a locality. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng youth leaders SK, di ba? So kung nagsasama-sama yung youth mula sa mga church-based groups, yung youth mula sa mga student councils, yung youth sa nagvo-volunteer sa mga groups like Red Cross or even mga foundations, if they work together side by side with the SK, I think yung paggabay na yon will be even more important. Na nakahalo tayong lahat sa isa't isa and we're all working together for the development of the city or the municipality or the province. Kasi usually these corruption issues happen in isolation Kumbaga parang hindi kasi siya nahahalo sa mga iba, nakikilala lang niya yung mga politiko na pasaway. So pag wala siyang ibang influence, then doon talaga mapupunta yon. But if the influence is there from the other youth, I think we'll be on a better path for our SK, for our newly reformed SK.
Go ahead. Yes.
Sir, I just want to share po. Kasi po sa amin, I think po kasi na yung pagiging member ng SK, hindi lamang po siya magaganap dun sa mismong kailangan na nilang tumakbo. I believe po na dapat po ngayon pa lang nagsistart na po yung mga officials to conduct seminars. Kasi po, I am from Cavite po. To be particular, Bacoor. Kami po doon, nagko-conduct po every summer yung government, yung barangay po namin nagko-conduct, particular po yung mayor namin ng youth seminar. Tapos dun po sa youth seminar na yun, may mga activities po kami, tsaka may mga speakers po na pinapadala to guide us po and to inculcate yung mga knowledge and yung mga skills na kailangan ay napopossess ng isang leader. So, yun lang po, share ko lang po na very essential po yun.
What's
talaga.
your name?
Chona po, from
Chona?
PUP.
Chona?
Chona May
Chona,
Modestano.
okay. Bakit mali ba? Shona o Chona?
Chona po.
Chona, okay. Sorry. Chona, actually Chona, I think next week we're launching the Bacoor Negosyo Center. So, kita-kits tayo. If I'm not mistaken, that's next Tuesday ata siya. So, good luck sa atin. Secondly, you're absolutely right. We're just wait for the law to be signed, no? Kasi right now, it passed in the BICAM. Kumbaga sa steps, parang 9 out of 10 steps. Yung 10th step is signing. Once it's signed, the National Youth Commission, the DILG, a lot of these different foundations and NGOs will really start to organize. Of course, medyo magulo dahil may election. So I'm assuming na probably right after the elections, there will be a massive campaign and I'm hoping New Bandidos can also help us. A campaign to really makumbinsin natin yung mga kabataan na makilahok. Kasi na-turn off talaga After so many years na hindi talaga maganda yung performance, na-turn off tayo But ang handog naman namin, at least the legislators, is that this is a totally new system. Ang raming mga reformang matitindi na pinasok natin dyan. Hopefully that will be enough to convince young people na sumali. But please help us in PUP. mga PUP, mga aktibo yan eh, di ba?
They call themselves mandirigma.
Ayun, mga mandirigma. Di ba? Isipin nyo kung ma-occupy nyo yung karamihan ng SK positions, di ba? Ang laking bagay nun. That's a big, big deal. So I'm hoping talaga na we can convince young people to join. Sobrang exciting yan, no? Can you imagine? Totally new set. Hardly any of the previous SK ang pwedeng tumakbo ngayon. Totally new set of young people, new set of rules, new set of guidelines, a fresh start, no? So hopefully you'll consider it, no?
And definitely the new Bandidos will help there.
That's right.
Definitely.
These youth, 2.5 weeks we've been on air. They've been complaining about traffic and all that. Now it's their chance to do something about it with
Exactly.
SK.
Exactly. Naku, si
Our
Albert,
challenge to you
mamura.
guys.
Very interesting. I realize masarap maging
natin.
kabataan ngayon because we're getting so much of this support from the government, just like what Senator Bam just shared.
And let's always remember that inclusive growth should include us.
There
Let's
you
not
go.
keep
That's
pushing
right.
the government. Do something, do something. Ask
Yeah.
ourselves, what are we doing?
Exactly.
We can complain about corruption, but if we are bribing government officials, then we're actually fueling it.
Exactly.
Diba? We are complaining about taxes, but if we don't even know what are the taxes, what are we complaining about?
Get the book!
So, but again, as I have said, if I am to be asked now who's my president, it's really bummed. But because he's not running, let's give her the
Over
credit.
ka.
But nung wala ka pa, yun yung pinag-usapan na. Let's give her the credit is due. He's really hardworking, especially with the Go Negosyo Centers. Wow. Imagine more than 100, and this, as much as possible, he appears there. He's a legislator. He's not even an executive. I mean, he is really doing that. And hindi pa ba inspirasyon niya? So we really have to do our share. If he can do it, not because he's a senator, because he's committed, then we can all do something. Let's not wait that we become senator or SK chairman.
Yeah,
Ako yung
that's
lagi ko
true.
sinasabi yan eh. Pag inantay mo kung masagasaan ka na mamaya, hindi wala kang nagawa.
Sayang, it's an opportunity.
You have to do it now, and Bam is not just an inspiration. We can do we can even compete with him. Let's do also something greater than that, diba?
Yes.
On our level.
Hindi, alam mo, absolutely, no? In fact, yung Radyo Bandido, the original Radyo Bandido, was built on people power. No, that was built on people power. Kaya itong new Bandidos, the spirit of people power is still here. Kaya maraming mga
Dumadaan yung old
kabataan
bandito.
dito, di ba?
Oo nga po. Dumadaan yung old bandito, nandyan lang sa labas.
Sa labas, no? So yun talaga, no? I think if all of us are involved and included, hindi tayo, we don't kumbaga, hindi tayo satisfied na mag-complain lang. We want to do something about it. And sa mga kabataan, ang raming youth organizations, no? I think sa PUP, hopefully familiar kayo dun sa Tayo Awards, no? Yung 10 Accomplished Youth Organizations Awards. These are it's an award that the National Youth Commission gives to the best youth organizations in the Philippines. Every year ho yan. There's a top 10, but over hundreds actually join. So kitang-kita mo na there are hundreds of youth organizations. Ang raming ginagawa in their different areas. Everything from education to health, entrepreneurship, technology. Ang rami-rami pong ginagawa. And, hindi lang natin siguro na pag-uusapan enough, but that spirit of people power, the spirit of participation, nandiyan yan sa Pinoy eh. Diba?
Totoo.
Pwede ba yun? May nangyayari, hindi tayo kasama? Hindi pwede yun, diba? So, kailangan kasama tayo dyan. So, I'd like to thank the new Bandidos for doing that. Pagpatuloy niyo yan. The spirit of Radyo Bandido continues. Salamat.
Salamat po. Salamat, Senator Bam. I wish we had more time, but I don't even have a minute left on this show. So, thanks from me, Pia Marato, my co-host, Tenny Mardo, Missy Castro, Javi Padilla. Thank you, Senator Bam Aquino. Go, go, negosyo. And of course, thank you, Mona Brea, for being here.
Yes.
The Tax Whiz. And of course, ang mga mandirigmang estudyante ng PUP. Mga bandido talaga kayo, ano? Okay, maraming salamat. Catch us again tomorrow here on DZRJ 8:10 a.m. The historical Radyo Bandido with the new Bandidos.